Hi there, boys and girls. I hope everybody is doing well. This is Mrs. Copenhaver back with Compass Mark and Lesson 4 for the things that we've been talking about that affect our health. So far, in our first 3 lessons, we've talked about healthy habits and how do we make healthy habits. We've talked about decision making. What is a decision? How can a decision be helpful versus harmful? And what are the steps we need to take to make a healthy decision? We think, we predict, then we choose. So that is what our first 3 lessons together have been talking about. Well, today we're going to talk about something a little different that is still related to our health. Specifically, we're going to talk about staying safe with medicine. Now, I'm sure that all of you know what medicine is, right? Medicine is something that we take to help us feel better when we're not feeling well, right? So, we want to talk about staying safe with medicine. Because even though medicine is something we might take to help us feel better, if we don't take that medicine the right way, it can make us sick as well. So being safe with medicine is really super important to being healthy. Let's start off a little bit with talking about some of the things that might lead to us taking medicine. For example, what are some of the things that might happen that we don't feel well? Okay, well, sometimes, like right now, you see the sunshine behind me. There's a tree out my window here that has flowers all over it. And guess what? Sometimes when the trees have flowers on them like that and everything's blooming, we might go outside and start sneezing, huh? We call that allergies. People have allergies. So when somebody has allergies, they're sneezing, their eyes are all watery and maybe itchy, okay? And it makes it maybe not so comfortable to go outside, but they really want to be outside. Well, guess what? Sometimes a doctor may say that there's a medicine that can help them, that helps to make the allergies better, and they can go outside and enjoy themselves. All right, well, let's think of some other things maybe where we don't feel so good. Maybe just a regular cold where we're sneezing, we have a runny nose or a stuffy nose, and we can't breathe really well. Sometimes we might have an upset stomach and we can't eat, makes us feel yucky. All right. Other times, maybe our heads get really hot. All right, we call that having a fever. So being sick in a number of ways can cause someone to have a fever. So there's a bunch of different things that could happen that we feel sick. Well, what are some of the things that we do to help ourselves feel better if we aren't feeling well? Think about when you have been sick. What are some of the things that your family has done with you and for you to help you feel better? Well, one thing, we can get rest. When we're not feeling well, our bodies are run down and they need to get some more rest so that our bodies can heal themselves and feel better. So maybe taking a nap or getting a good night's sleep and getting extra rest can help us to feel better. Okay. Sometimes eating special foods can help us feel better. Like if we have an upset stomach, maybe eating some crackers or some toast might be something that helps our stomachs feel better. Or sometimes when we have a cold, who here has a mom who has made them some chicken noodle soup when you have a cold and you're not feeling good? So maybe eating some soup. So different things like that might help us feel better. I would think also that going to the doctor is something we might do if we're not feeling good. So there's different things that we do, getting good rest, eating the right foods, and maybe going to the doctor to see if there's anything else that we should be doing. Now, every now and then, we also take medicine to help us feel better. Like, how many of you, when you've not been feeling well and you have a fever, maybe mom or dad or another family member that's a trusted adult gives you a medicine to help the fever go away? Okay? That's something that you can do. Now, the important part is, again, let me get that back. Do you see this? The box is labeled, and you turn it around, and there's different information on the sides of the box. And on the back here, there's a label that gives you instructions on how to take the medicine. Okay, so now that's an important piece I wanted to point out to you, because it's really important to take medicine just like the label says, just like the directions tell you to, so that it can actually help you. If you don't take the medicine like the directions say, it could actually hurt you. It's kind of one of those things where too much of a good thing is not a good thing. Now, I showed you a bottle of medicine that might be used if you're not feeling well and you have a fever. Now, there's other types of medicine as well. Let me show you this bottle. Is this one different from the first one? Well, sure it is. Do you see that? This is a special bottle that somebody called a pharmacist gave me. Okay. This is a bottle of medicine that was prescribed by a doctor. That means a doctor said, I think you should take this type of medicine. And on the label, it tells you the name of the medicine, and it gives me the doctor's instructions. The doctor's the one that tells me how I'm supposed to be taking it. So each medicine should have a label on it and instructions that tell us how we're supposed to take it. But now there's one really super important rule that you guys need to remember about staying safe with medicine. Do you think you know what that one rule is? Well, I am going to share it with you. If you didn't come up with it, that one simple rule is never take medicine unless you are getting it from a trusted adult. Okay? That's super important, because even though it might be something that you've taken before, you don't know what the directions are that are on that label, and you want to make sure that you're taking it right. So you don't even know if maybe that medicine is what you need at that moment. So talking to an adult and letting them know how you're feeling, what's wrong, and asking if there's something that might be able to help you is really super important. The other piece is sometimes medicines might look like candy. Okay, for instance, let me show you something here. I have 2 bags. Look at this. Do you see these 2 things here? Yeah. Here's one bag. Look what's in that bag. And here's a bag. Can you see what's in there? Okay. Now, do you think these are medicine, or do you think that they are candy? So let's look at what's inside this bag. I'll hold a piece up here. Do you see that? Okay. This bag actually has candy in it. They are candy fruit drops. Okay. But you wouldn't necessarily know that, would you? Because it's not in a labeled bag of candy. They're just loose in a Ziploc sandwich bag, huh? Now let's look at this one again. Let me take a couple of these out and see if I can hold them up for you to see. Do you see these? What do they look like to you? They look like fruit snacks, don't they? Guess what? They are actually chewable vitamins. That's right. They look just like fruit snacks, but it is actually a vitamin. And even though vitamins are something that we need each day, now think about it. Do any of you take vitamins? Chewable vitamins, maybe, that mom and dad give you each day? Yeah. Well, even though they're vitamins and their vitamins are good for us, it's something that we need. Should I eat this whole baggie of vitamins all at one time? Well, no. I would want to follow the directions that are on the bottle. Look at this. I have a vitamin bottle here. That's right. And it tells me here, 2 gummy vitamins. That's what my serving size is. So should I eat the whole bag? No, I would only use 2 of them. That's why mom and dad don't just give you the whole bottle of vitamins and say, here, enjoy, huh? They're not going to do that because they know that on the bottle it tells you how many you're allowed to have. So that's really important. So let's say you're at school and somebody offers you something out of a baggie like this, and you're not sure what it is. Do you think that it's something that you should say, okay, yeah, sure, I'll have some? I'm waiting. I am hoping that all of your heads are shaking no, or that you're having some thumbs down moments. Because if you don't know what it is that's in that bag, then it's a good idea to say, no, thank you, but thanks for offering. That way, you're being polite, but you're also being safe. You're letting them know that, no, you appreciate them offering, but you're not going to have any of that because you're not sure what it is. Because sometimes medicines can look like candy or can look like treats that we might normally eat. So it's really important to not take anything unless it's coming from a trusted adult. Now, I've said that several times now. I've said, unless it's coming from a trusted adult. So we talked about trusted adults who could help us with making healthy habits. We've talked about trusted adults who help us with making decisions. So let's do a refresher here. Who are some of those trusted adults? Okay, moms and dads. Yep, grandmas and grandpas. We could also say aunts and uncles. How about when you're at school? Well, your teacher might not necessarily give you medicine, but who at school may have permission to give you medicine? The school nurse, right? How about a doctor or a nurse at the doctor's office? Is that someone you could trust to take medicine from? Well, sure it is. All right, because you know that they have training to be able to do that. Okay? So trusted adults, the people that we know, can read those labels and know what's safe for us to take. So let's think about the medicines at your house? Where does your family keep the medicines at home? Is there a special place that all of them are kept? And is that special place someplace that the children in the house can get to? Another way to be safe with medicines is to make sure that all medicines are kept in a place that's high up where the small children in the house can't get to them. So that's being safe and keeping the medicines out of the reach of children, especially really young children who don't understand what medicines are yet and might do something that's not so safe with those medicines. So that's really important. So now, to get your family involved with today's lesson, when you're done listening to this, I want you to talk with someone at home about what you learned about being safe with medicine. Now, what did we say the one safety rule is? The most important thing? That's right. Only take medicine from a trusted adult. What did we also say we should do if somebody offers you something and you don't know what it is? Say no thank you, but thanks for offering. We're using our manners, but we're saying no because we don't know what it is. It could be medicine. It could be candy. We're not sure. And so if you don't know what something is, it's a good idea to not take it. Okay? So now you're going to go talk to a family member. Talk with them about what's safe to do with medicine, what's not safe to do with medicine, and ask, well, where are the medicines in our home kept? Look at that place together and decide, is that a safe place for those medicines to be? If not, maybe you can come up with an idea as a family as to a safer place for those medicines to be stored so they're out of reach of all of the really little kids in your family. Okay? So, I want to thank you all very much for your time again today. I hope that you learned something, and I will look forward to seeing you again for our next lesson on deciding, is something healthy or is it unhealthy? Okay, you boys and girls have a wonderful rest of your day, and go out there and decide, is your family being safe with medicines? And if they need to be in a safer spot, you guys work with them to decide where that might be. Take care now.